just from bank employee but also for everyone. It is called Anti-Money Laundering Act or AMLA. Let's define AMLA first. AMLA stands for Anti-Money Laundering Act. It is a law designed to stop criminal disguising legal money as a legitimate income. In simple terms, it protects the financial system from being used in crime, like drug trafficking, fraud, or terrorism.
Most people think this law is only for big criminals, but the truth is, even regular people like you and me can be affected by it. Simple things like depositing money in the bank or using your e-wallet can already be covered by this law. In this video, we will explain what AMLA is, how it works, and why it is important to know about it.
Hey ma'am. Hi, today, deposit 5 million cash. That's quite a large cash deposit, ma'am. As per our compliance, I will need to ask you a few questions. May I ask about the source of this funds? This is earnings. Could you specify the nature of your business and provide supported documents?
It's a private entity, kasi no paperwork, but two earnings subsidy naman.
Suspicious transactions often involve vague or undocumented sources of funds.
Upon checking your history account, I see that your past deposits have been below 500,000 pesos. A sudden large cash deposits raises flag under AML regulations.
You can just process it without asking too much questions.
I understand, ma'am, but as part of our compliance regulations, 500,000 above, we need to require clear documents. Without it, I will need to report it before proceeding. But don't worry, ma'am, this is just for record purposes.
According to AMLA, any cash transaction of 500,000 pesos or more must be reported to the Anti-Money Laundering Council through what's called a covered transaction report. That's why the bank teller immediately flagged the 5 million deposit and asked detailed questions. But AMLA doesn't stop there. Even if a transaction is below 500,000 pesos, it can still be reported if it appears suspicious. In this case, the customer usually deposits smaller amounts and suddenly bringing in 5 million in cash with no clear documents or proof of source raises a red flag. This is exactly what AMLA calls a suspicious transaction, and banks are required by law to report it.
Hello, Rami.
Tsaka napatawag ka?
Pwede ba humingi mo favor?
Ano yun?
May problema kasi sa account ko ay need ko talaga mag-transfer ng 800,000 pesos. Pwede ba isend ko to sa'yo and i-withdraw mo na rin? And after that, kukunin ko sa'yo.
800K? Ang laki pera naman yan. Sure ka bang hindi magkaka-problem dyan?
Oo, i-make sure ko na walang magiging problema sa'yo. Please, need ko talaga na tulong.
Nauna ba? Kasi palis na rin ako ng office eh.
Thank you so much. Babawi ako sa'yo.
This looks simple, helping a friend. But under the Anti-Money Laundering Act or AMLA, this can be dangerous. Even if Honey didn't know that the money was illegal, just by letting her account be used, she can be charged as an accessory to money laundering.
Good day, ma'am. Hi, today, balak ko mag-withdraw ng 800K from my account. What is your account, ma'am?
Honey de la Cruz.
Alright. I see this a large amount. May I ask what is the purpose of this withdrawal?
Actually, I'm just helping my friend. And yung money naman na-transferred na sa account ko, and I just need to withdraw it for her.
I know this is the first time your account has received such a large amount. Normally, we are required to ask about the source of funds, especially for this big transaction. Can you explain where the money came from?
Ayun money naman galing siya sa business ng friend ko. And Sorry, ma'am, I don't really know the full details.
Mom, I'm sorry, but because a first transaction is unusual for our account and the source is legally clear, we are required to report this to Anti-Money Laundering Council for proceeding.
Okay, sure. I'll call my friend Lanam and ask her about the details.
Under AMLA, banks are required to monitor unusual activities, especially if a customer's transaction history suddenly changes. Large deposits or withdrawals, especially if the source is unclear, are considered suspicious transactions. Even if Charlene didn't intend anything illegal, using your account to move large sums of money without fully knowing the source can get you flagged under AMLA rules.
Sounds easy. I need extra cash anyway. That was so fast.
This type of scam is common. Money launderers disguise their operations as work from home or payment partner offers, but under AMLA, receiving and forwarding large sums, especially when you don't know the true source, can make you an unwitting money mule.
Oh my god, I thought this was legit!
Under AMLA, all institutions, including e-wallets, must monitor and report unusual transactions. Even if Carlo thought it was legal, his account is now flagged and he's facing an investigation.
Money laundering is when illegal money is made to look clean. Meron itong tatlong steps. Una, placement. Ipapasok sa system ang illegal na pera like cash deposits o pagbili ng mga casino chips. Pangalawa, layering. Palipat-lipat ng funds para malito ang trial like multiple transfers or cryptos conventions. Lastly, integration. Ginagamit na yung clean money sa negosyo o investment.
Hindi lang banks ang kasama sa AMLA. Kasama na rito ang mga e-wallets tulad ng GCash, Maya, CoinsPH, Casino, Relita Center, at Cryptos apps. Lahat sila ay required na mag-report dito kapag may kahina-hinalang transaction.
For example, biglang may dumating na malaking amount sa e-wallet mo at hindi mo alam kung saan ito nanggaling at kung para saan ito. Para sa AMLA, ito ay isang red flag. At kung sakaling ikaw ay masangkot sa ganitong sitwasyon, maaari kang ma-charge ng accessory money laundering penalty na 7 to 14 years. Plus, fine equal sa halaga ng perang naipon.
Minsan, kahit favor lang, pahiram ng account may papadaan lang. Pero alam mo ba, kahit hindi mo alam na illegal yun, mapapanagot ka pa rin. AMLA rule, lahat ng parties na may part sa paglipat ng dirty money ay liable.
Sa casinos, ganito minsan ang ginagawa. Magpapapalit ng malaking cash to chips, magkukunwaring maglalaro tapos ika-cash out at sasabihin galing winnings. Pero ngayon, casinos are required to report deposits and exchange na 5 million pesos pataas. Failure to report, fine up to 500,000 pesos per violations, plus possible suspension ng operations nila.
Sa bangko, kapag over 500,000 pesos ang deposit, subject yan to stricter checks. Dapat may supporting documents. Kung suspicious ang transactions at hindi nare-report ng bank staff, pwede silang ma-penalize ng fine of 100,000 to 500,000 pesos per violation. At yung mismong account holder, pwede silang ma-investigate at ma-freeze ang account.
Isa pa na dapat bantayan, paggamit ng fake IDs para mag-open ng account at gumawa ng transaction. Kung mahuli ka nito ay may consequences na 4 to 7 years of imprisonment plus fine of 100,000 to 500,000 pesos under Anti-Money Laundering Act.
Isa pang dapat alam natin, money laundering sa remittance centers. Halimbawa, nagpapadala ka ng pera abroad pero hindi mo alam na part ito ng layering sa dirty money. AMLA rule, kapag nagpadala ka ng funds at hindi malinaw ang source o gamit nito, maaaring i-freeze ang transaction at maimbestigahan ka rin. Kapag napatunayan na part ka ng laundering, ang penalty ay 7 to 14 years na kulong plus fine equal sa halaga ng perang nilaba.
Kahit mga small business owners, dapat aware din. Like for example, may bumili sa'yo ng malaking halaga pero hindi siya nag-provide ng receipt or hindi siya nag-explain kung ano ang purpose nito. Tapos, inaccept mo to ng walang due diligence. So in that case, it could be questioned under the UNLA. Just because you own a business doesn't mean na exempted ka na. Always remember the UNLA rule, wherein the businesses must report suspicious transactions, especially if the amount exceeds the 500,000 pesos in a single transaction.
Kaya para safe, alamin ang source of funds, huwag basta-basta magpapahinom ng accounts, mag-ingat sa mga large transactions na nasa e-wallets, i-keep ang mga legit transactions, at i-report ang mga kahinahinala sa Anti-Money Laundering Council.
Kung may ma-encounter na kahinahinala transaksyon, pwede kang mag-report sa AMLC or Anti-Money Laundering Council hotline or website. Mas maganda nang maingat kaysa magsisi sa huli.
Lahat tayo may responsibility. AMLA is not just for banks, it's for everyone. Stay alert, stay informed, at huwag hayaan ma-involve ka sa krimen na hindi mo alam.